I would say I think we have a lot of momentum right now, for sure. Coming off the summit, I thought that was the best pinnacle summit I've been to. And if agents, we have 24 in the house this week, which is so eye-opening for them. So for like anyone in insurance, if they haven't been to a summit, like what is it?
I mean, it's just a mastermind. The way I see it is legitimately a mastermind to 6 to 7 figures a year in income and seeing the success, but also just very tactical, where you take the information you have applied at Summit, and now that, do this lock-in, we did $250,000 plus just yesterday in one day alone, because they're taking the information, they're applying it into application. That's where you get transformation. What up, boys? How we feeling today?
Good.
Here in Orlando. Welcome to the Harry Potter podcast studio.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's
pretty
a nice
good setup.
Yeah, gaming after. We got the game set up. Gaming after this. But dude, you guys are absolutely on a tear right now. Not only a tear with recruiting, but also your business. You guys are exploding. And so first of all, to kick this off, share just some practical tips that have helped you guys really grow over the past 60, 90 days.
Go for it.
I mean, we definitely learned a lot like this last year and a half with like how to recruit, how to keep people to stick, like things like that.
Yeah.
But I think the biggest thing is just like leading from the front. Like for the last few months of 2025, me and Chase kind of even slowed down our production, which slowed down everyone else's. And so, I mean, the biggest thing to be able to have people ripping at such a high level is just being able to write yourself, and they can listen. They'll learn that way.
Yeah.
You got anything else to add to that?
Yeah, I would say I think we have a lot of momentum right now, for sure. A lot. Coming off the summit, I thought that was the best pinnacle summit I've been to. And if agents, we have 24 in the house this week, which is so eye-opening for them. So for like anyone in insurance, if they haven't been to a summit, like what is it? It's
just a mastermind. The way I see it is legitimately a mastermind to 6 to 7 figures a year in income, to put it simply. Just the amount of people, like just the back to back to back, not only people sharing their testimonials and seeing the success, but also just very tactical, where you take the information you have applied at Summit, and now that, do this lock-in, we did $250,000 plus just yesterday in one day alone, because they're taking the information, they're applying it into application. That's where you get transformation. So everybody here, they came from your TikTok. Yeah. So just share some tips about just how you're able to, because like, dude, I see you, and like I was watching you yesterday, and like, dude, you're just like, you're recording, like you've got that mindset where you're just consistently pumping out content constantly.
Yeah, I guess
where do you come up with these ideas?
I don't know. Like, I guess I got to try to elaborate, because last time I just said I posted.
Yeah.
What I do, I would say, like, if I actually had to give someone advice, like what I tell our team, you have to show a journey. What the insurance industry, I hate it. I hate people that show that they're already the professional as soon as they start.
That's like the agent that unmutes on Discord, where it's like, all right, Mary, I got the good news and the bad news. It's like, dude, you already closed it.
Yeah.
You got to bring people through the struggle, because people love a good come up story and they want to see early on.
Yeah, I think people want to see a journey. So when I started mine, I think any agent should do this. Start on TikTok, first of all. Repost your videos to Instagram. So if I go into directly what I do, I'm posting 3 to 5 TikToks a day. I want to do more. I want to do like 10 to 20, which is crazy. But like guys, like I was talking about it the other night at the award ceremony, TJR, Brez Scales, TJR, one of like the biggest dudes as far as like not self-improvement, but like content right now on TikTok.
Yes.
He posts 30 times a day. He has clippers, hundreds of them, that are re-clipping his content 30 to 100 times a day. He has 1,000 pieces of content out there every day. And there's an agent that brings out his phone once, films like a couple videos a week, and is like, yeah, that's going to do it.
No.
Like that's not going to do it. So my goal is I want to do 3 to 5 a day. I will repost them onto Instagram. And then I guess I didn't go into this last time, but how we're getting a lot of these recruits, it's a lot of inbounds. Like people are seeing what we're doing. We're authentic with it. I like to show.
Yes, that's the biggest thing.
Yeah. I like to show real numbers, which the insurance industry, a lot of people don't.
Yes.
People respect real numbers, what you're actually bringing home, because we can make good money doing this. So I'll repost them.
Just because you wrote $40,000 doesn't mean you made $40,000.
Yes, exactly. I think everyone should show exactly what they make.
Yes.
It would make all of our lives a lot easier because once again, people make good money in the industry. We just have to actually show the real number. So people like are almost unattracted because they know people are capping.
Yep.
So we'll do that. I'll repost the TikToks on Instagram. And we have a VA now. We've outsourced a little bit of it. Because TikTok, everyone who sees those videos, that For You page is a lot more catered. As in, like, anyone who has seen those videos is either looking into insurance, they're already an insurance agent, because they're seeing content they're used to. So anyone that follows my stuff or likes my stuff, our VA, Abby, will send them one message. What company do you work for? That just starts the conversation. So I'm having like 30, 40 DMs a day conversations.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And for those that don't know too, where according to the algorithm, what we found out, actually found this out, Bryson Bowman was the one that told me this, where he said if you post on TikTok first and Instagram, it doesn't hurt the algorithm. You can post both content, but if you post on Instagram first and then TikTok actually, it can see that and it pushes your content out less. So if you're doing TikTok and Instagram, make sure you're posting on TikTok first.
If it like comes from the camera roll and you post it on TikTok, like it notices it.
Yeah.
I've noticed the difference.
Yeah, definitely. So I got a question for you, Tristan, because you have I remember having a conversation early on. It was in Sioux Falls when you guys opened your first office. You're like couple months into the business, and you shared your perspective coming into the industry. What is that perspective?
I mean, like, the biggest thing is knowing that, like, you're not going to get rich quick.
Yep.
Like, when me and Chase first started, I remember showing up to that Sioux Falls office with Isaac that first day, and I was like, dude, I don't even think I'm going to make a sale my first month, but I'm just going to see it through because I know it's going to work out at the end.
Yes.
So just, like, having those, like, long-term decisions, just, like, having the vision and the goal that it's going to end up good in the end. You just got to give it a lot of time because a lot of people, they don't see a fat deposit after a week of dialing. They're like, oh, what is this industry? This sucks. Like, you just got to see it through, essentially.
Mm-hmm. And one thing I really respect about both of you is you guys had the vision in the beginning. You guys had the vision. You knew what you wanted to do with this opportunity. What's a perspective that helped you guys see, like, hey, I don't want to come in here and just be a producer or just sell life insurance. We're actually looking to build a business.
For me, at least, I would say, like, I think we both wanted to recruit right away. I don't know if enough people look into that. Like, if you're in a room full of people, like, no one wants to sell forever. No one wants to do that. You do not want to be on the phones. You don't want to be the 50, 55-year-old insurance agent, if we're being honest.
The briefcase and the baggy khaki pants.
So for me, like, my perspective is I was going to come in. I think I wish I would have focused on writing a little bit more right away. Because I think if I would have got to, Joe just got done talking about it. If I would have got to 30, 35, 40, I would have had more cash flow, more to invest into recruiting. And it would have been easier because people would have saw more deposits, proof of production. But yeah, I wanted to recruit just right away.
Yeah, pretty much same thing here. Just like being here for the first week, just like seeing all like the successful teams, agents, things like that. They just all had a big team, training them. It just looked like a good time having a bunch of people on your team.
It's so copy and paste too.
Yeah.
Like, I saw you and I'm like, okay, like, copy paste.
That's it. I had nothing special. Just go to work, sell life insurance, and hire the right people.
Yep.
Now that you guys are 18 months in the business?
I think almost 2 years.
Yeah, probably about 20 months.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Getting on 2 years. Let's go. What if you could go back to day one? What are some things you would do differently?
I would just reiterate it. I think for every new agent, your goal should just be sit down, go through hell for a little bit. I would go write a 40K month, like my third month, no matter what I had to do. If it had to be 100-hour weeks, I would do that because I think it would have upped my governor. Because like my trajectory was just like, and I still can do a lot more business. It was like, okay, 12K IP, 13, 14, 15, just slowly went up. And if I just would have went and did a 40K month issue pay right away, my governor would have been raised. I could go do that the following months, and I could do it a lot easier. So I would have just sat down and ripped one huge month.
Yeah, that too. Also, I mean, we started out part-time, so probably just jumping in full-time right away. And then another huge thing is like the trainings. Like my first couple months, I was like hopping on the trainings here and there, but I wasn't like really listening. I was just like dialing through it.
Yeah.
But nowadays, there's so much value in every single training that goes on. Just if I could go back, just hop on every training, pretty much.
Just come in and be a sponge. And if I could capitalize on what you guys said, because me personally, I mean, that's what helped me tremendously. One of my like my first cold market recruit was Chris and Malad. There's no way I would have recruited them if I would not have had monster personal production months. Because I mean, they're talking to like 20 different people in insurance. They went with us because they're like, oh, well, Jonah knows how to write. He can simply teach us how to write. That's it. He teaches how to write at a high level. Yeah. And you had receipts, and we were there was we had one manager where he calls me. I'm not gonna say his name, but he calls me. He's like, hey, so and so, like I'm talking to this guy, and I recruited this guy, and he's talking to somebody else in Pinnacle, and now he wants to go work with them. He's like, you got to stop it, Johnny. You got to stop it. And I was like, okay, well, I mean, is this agent contracted? He's like, no. He's like, he's still studying for his license. I'm like, oh, so he's not even licensed yet. He's like, yeah, but like, I hired this guy. I was like, well, and I asked him, I'm like, well, how much did you produce last month? He's like, well, you know, and I pull up the IP and $7,000. And the person that he was talking to just came off of $100,000 a month. So I said, respect, if you were in his shoes, and I love you, but would you work with the mentor that's done $7K last month, or the guy that just came off 100K month? And so when you're doing that, it's like a lot of people are like, oh, like how can I recruit the right people? And it's, you attract what you are. So if you want to recruit higher level talent, become a higher caliber individual. So let me ask you guys this, what's now that you guys have some momentum and some traction, where are you guys looking to go, and what is your vision for the next 6 to 12 months within your business?
I think things are moving so quick. We probably haven't had like a chance to sit down and both get aligned on it. But like for me, after this event, I was just speaking to our guys about it when Joe was there. I told them every single one of them, because it's copy and paste. Like how I view this business, there's levels to it almost. It's like level 1, you're a new agent. It's like, okay, how can I issue pay 20K in a month? Then like a level 2 is like small team. You find your starting 5. Level 3, you got a Jonah Lewis team, or like a Jake and Kyle team. So like that's kind of where I envision ourselves. Jake and Kyle, he spoke on it on the builder meeting. And when we wrote down, it's like, okay, 3 people you're competing with, 3 people that you're chasing, like we're trying to copy them and you.
Yes.
Copy and paste industry. So where I see ourselves in, what'd you say, 6 months?
Yes.
Keep the momentum. We have 24 guys here. We'll probably do about 300 this month for issue pay. I would like to have 2 more lock-ins within the next 6 months. Continue to get each of those 24 guys there, but I want them to bring 3 people as well.
Yes.
And like take our next step where our systems could be better. Like now, I think that's where a lot of agencies struggle. Like you get to that 200 and you can't build systems on top of it. So it's hard to get to that 500 to 700. So I would say that I realistically think by the end of the year, I was talking to Jake, like $1 million in production.
Yes.
By December, $1 million a month.
Systems and leadership.
Yeah.
You're only as strong as your leadership. I got a question for you, Tristan. What is coming into this, now that you guys are almost 2 years in, what was harder than what you had expected about building the business?
I think the hardest part is more so on like the recruiting side. Like we've brought in a ton of guys that have come and go, and like we live in Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty much going to be virtual if we're bringing guys on. Like being able to have virtual guys stick, like figuring out the balance between how can we produce at 40K months while also being able to train all these guys over Discord.
Yeah.
Can I add to that?
Yes, please do.
I would say the hardest part for us, we were just talking to Joe about this. It's like time management, especially leading. And I think you know that we were sacrificing a lot of time for people that probably didn't deserve time.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's like in the insurance space, you got to treat it just like a lead. It's like, okay, if you bring on, maybe curious your numbers, if you bring on 20 agents in 9 months, how many will be there?
5.
5.
5 to 10.
Okay.
5 to 10 will keep.
Yeah.
Because if you hire 20 people, 10 to 15 of them are actually going to get their license. And then based on that, 10 of them are going to be, 5 to 10 of them are going to be good. Or they're either going to fall off or you're going to end up firing them. At least 5 of them.
Yeah.
So you hire 20, easy math, you're going to keep 5.
5.
Yep.
I think that was our hardest part, where we were looking at these numbers and we're like, we just can't get these agents to stick. And like, we're sacrificing our time. While at the time, it's still our biggest portion of income is our personal pen.
Yes.
Like, and it will be that for a while we're reinvesting and reinvesting.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the hardest part was like getting agents to stick, which we thought was our fault right away. I like taking accountability at some, portion of it is for sure. But like, you can't want it more than they want it for themselves.
And you can't waste your time trying to sit there and motivate people.
Yes.
You need to find the people that are already motivated and important to those individuals to help them get to the next level.
100%.
So now that you guys have been building and you guys have guys that are actively producing and showing up, what are the behavior? Before I ask the question, I gotta point this out, because this is why I love you guys, because you guys make such a great partnership. Where Chase, you're a great marketer and you're great at like talking to people, bring people in, and Tristan, I love you because you're just a savage. Like you don't take any BS. So let me ask the question is for you, Tristan. What's the behaviors in an agent that you just absolutely do not tolerate, even if they have talent?
I think like the biggest behaviors I don't tolerate, it's probably like when I like am telling them to do something, like I'm trying to help them close, like I'm in their ear talking, and I'm like, dude, say every single word I say. And I say it, and then they just say the most opposite thing. It's like they cannot like listen and talk at the same time. They can't just like be coachable while they're on the phone with them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like coachability is just a huge thing. Like if you can't copy and paste what we're doing, you're trying to do your own thing, like it just annoys me, and it's just never going to work out for you.
That's good. Coachability is everything. In order to be a good leader, you have to be a good follower. You're never going to see a good leader that wasn't first a good follower.
Yeah.
Chase, let me ask you this. What's the hardest leadership lesson that you've had to learn coming into this for the people watching this, that they hopefully don't have to make those same mistakes?
That's a good question. I don't know if I necessarily know. I would say we've definitely struggled with leadership. Like that was our issue. We struggled with leadership, like almost like a sense of belief in ourselves. Like we know a good amount about the industry, and I don't think like we even understood that. So like I feel like go become that person first in order to lead. I don't know what mistakes I made during the way. Joe was talking about it, or Jeff Osborne was talking about it. Like it's going to be uncomfortable, like stepping in the next arena. I would say like I waited too long to lead.
And finding the value in yourself, because John Maxwell said everything rises and falls on leadership. And the fifth and final level of leadership is the pinnacle level of leadership, where that people don't follow you because of you're their manager. People don't follow you because of your accolades or what you've achieved or the position that you're in. People follow you because of who you are.
Yeah.
And it's cool to see you guys grow and evolve, of like you guys are becoming those leaders where it's the final level of leadership where your people are now. They want to follow you because of who you are, not because of how much you're producing, even though that's very important. And we talked about that, but because of your character and how you truly care about your people and everything that plays into that. So the truth is the right people will come and the wrong people, they'll simply fall off.
I want to add to that. To my answer, I would say you're never going to be ready to lead. Like going into that next arena or room, like, I don't know. I still feel like we don't know what we're doing sometimes. Or like we should be leading this call, or we should be like leading this lock in. But like you'll never actually be ready.
Yeah. You just have to step up to the plate.
Like when you were doing like even like awards the other night or like stuff like that. Like that was probably new-ish.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah.
Uncomfortable.
Yeah. It was our first awards night. It was awesome. It was a lot of fun. But I love what you said, because you're never going to be fully ready. And I felt like that myself, where it's just, you just gotta step up to the plate and don't be, people are, whether it's a producer, whether it's a leader, a lot of people are very good at self-sabotaging themselves without even realizing it. And I was just having a conversation with an agent where you have to have the vision on where you want to go and where you need to be. And you have to have the belief in yourself. And everybody should be looking to raise the bar within themselves and within their leadership. And BAR is an acronym where it stands belief, action, results. You first need to have the belief. Without the belief, you're not going to get anywhere. Once you have the belief, then you need to put that into action, because you're not going to manifest anything into existence. You have to actually do it. And then once you have the belief and you put the results in, well, then that's where you get the results. So that's how and you're constantly looking to raise the bar and raise that up. And if you do those three things, then they correlate with each other, and then it compounds upon itself. So let me ask you guys this, and whoever wants to answer this, go for it. When an agent's struggling, what's the first thing you look at? Is it mindset? Is it inputs? Is it action? Is it schedule? Like, the number one thing when an agent's struggling, what's the first thing you see? Like, all right, this is what we need to improve on.
I'll let you answer that. He does a majority of our accountability calls.
Yeah, I do like all the one-on-ones. I mean, the very first thing if someone's struggling and not writing business is going to be the inputs. Like, I'm pulling up their accountability tracker. Usually if they're struggling, it's like 40 dials, 60 dials, 50 dials, things like that. So that's like the biggest thing, the first thing. But like if there's someone that's struggling that is consistently doing 200 plus dials, the second thing I'm always looking at is like mindset. And like there's been times where guys have told me they're struggling, and I'm like, dude, go home, go to the sauna, listen to a podcast, wake up in the morning for the gym, get into the office, and let's see how that changed you. And then boom, next day they wrote 5K.
Yeah.
So it's always the inputs and then the mindset, and I would say.
Well said. Last question for you guys. How has leadership helped improve your personal life? Whether it's discipline, communication, relationships, how has leading other people helped improve your personal relationships and how you guys go about your day-to-day life?
For me, I think it's just kind of impacted a few different areas of my life. Number one, I would say I'm a lot more confident talking to people.
Yes.
Like prior, dude, I think the first time I met you in Chicago, you came up to me and I was there for like 2 days at the lock-in. I didn't even say hi. And you came up to me and you're like, dude, like, haven't even met you yet. I'm like, yeah, like, and then we went out to lunch and like, but I just wasn't ready to have those conversations. So like leading other people, having like the sense of belief in myself, I think that has gone up quite a bit. Where like I can go have a conversation. I can go introduce myself to someone and feel confident about that conversation.
Yeah. Yeah. What advice would you give to the new agent watching this, where they're in that position where they want to level up, they just don't know how, or they need to instill that belief within themselves?
Hey, it's not going to be comfortable. Like I was saying, you're not going to feel ready, and you just have to take that next step. Whether it be like content, like I was like so afraid. I'm like, oh, people are going to make fun of me for content, like my high school friends.
Yeah.
Which they're not. I don't know. I had that just like scarcity mindset behind it. So you're
Some
not
of them
ever.
probably are. My high school friends definitely do.
I get some shit here and there.
Yeah.
But
you know,
but it does not bother me one
who
bit.
gives a damn?
Yeah. But yeah, my advice would be you're never going to be ready for that like next step up, but you just got to do it either way.
Yeah. Tristan, what would you say for yourself?
For that second question?
Yeah.
I would say the biggest thing is like befriend somebody that is like one level ahead of you.
Yeah.
Like just like follow them, like take notes from them, and like over time you are going to level up yourself. And then boom, you find someone else that's another level. You just kind of
Amen to
go
that.
on like that.
And I love what you guys said earlier, where 3-3-3, you got to have 3 people that you're mentoring and helping get to the level that you are. You got to have 3 people that you're competing against and you're in competition with. And then you got to have 3 people that you look up to, that you're receiving mentorship from, that you're working on getting to their level. So, dude, you guys are absolutely exploding, and I'm stoked to see what you guys do this next year.
Thank you.
So let's make it a year.
Uh-huh.
Let's do it.